Celebrity client who surprised you the most?
In what way?
When you got a passion, been on for so long, and everything around you starts to go wrong. Gotta keep
Hey guys, we are the Do-Over Divas, and we are plotting reinvention while heavily caffeinated. I'm Jill.
I'm Libby.
And I'm Corey. Welcome back to Do-Over Divas. Today's guest is the incredible Ashley Borden, an internationally trusted certified master personal trainer and Hollywood's go-to strength guru, and the unstoppable force behind Muscles Over Menopause, helping women over 40 smash the rules on strength and aging.
And
So welcome to Do-Over Divas, Ashley Borden.
Well, thank you very much.
welcome. But, we don't stop there. Your clients have included Ryan Gosling, I think I should say that twice, Ryan Gosling, Christina Aguilera, Paulina Porizkova, Mandy Moore. Name the celebrity. I think they could use your expertise, and they probably
100%.
have.
Yeah.
So welcome.
Welcome.
ladies.
I'm so excited
So we
you're
have to
here.
hear like the origin story. It's not like an overnight thing where you end up having all these incredible clients. So take us back to the beginning.
Oh my gosh, did we bring a sleeping bag? Okay, well, let's put
We've
out
got
our
all
camping
day,
equipment.
baby.
Let's put our camping
This is a
equipment.
slumber party.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I've been, I didn't set out to, I wasn't like when I was little, it's like, oh my God, I am gonna train celebrities when I get, but wait, let me back up. Do you know what's really weird though?
What?
When I was very young, this is actually part of the origin story. I would sit in my room and I would look in the mirror and I would do fake interviews with myself. This is the truth. And one of the people that I was doing a fake interview with, I think, because I used to think she was so amazing, was Paulina Porizkova.
Oh, yeah.
And because she was like
yeah.
an L, or she was in something
She's
at the time.
stunning.
And just brilliant.
Yeah.
Just brilliant.
Yeah.
And
Brilliant.
then it's so weird I ended
And
up
so
working with her years
self-aware.
later.
She's so amazing.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's Paulina's on a whole nother level.
Yeah.
She is like revolutionized
Didn't
it
she
for
wait a
women.
book? She wrote a
Yes,
book,
she did.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
No
she's an
Filter.
author. Yeah,
Yes,
she's,
No Filter.
yes.
It's a great
Sorry,
book.
I
But
interrupted
anyway,
you. Yeah.
so I was, always into theater and acting and just, in high school and musical theater and all this
Yeah.
stuff and doing it. And I was always a dancer my whole life. I grew up dancing, like
Okay.
classical dance, not on a pole. Nothing wrong with being on a pole, but was not my origin story.
Choice.
Yes.
That was not my
Just
origin
didn't
story.
take that path.
Mhm. No,
Okay.
I was like doing
Yep.
jazz, tap, ballet, that kind of stuff. So anyway, so I was like, I am graduated high school, and I was like, goodbye. And I moved out of my house immediately, moved downtown to the city, and then I was like, I'm going to move to LA. I was at the time, I think I was like, I'm going to do commercial. I was doing commercial work. I was with an agency in Chicago called Getty's at the time. I was just doing, I was very busy when I was younger. I was like, I have no time for the school thing, even though I graduated. I just was like, I have a career.
Right.
I'm very busy. I'm, 11. And so finally,
Get out of my way.
yeah, I was like, look,
I'm about to be a
9.
preteen. It's too late.
Yeah.
I'm strategizing my career. So when I finally moved to LA, I moved in with my cousin. I was like, get me out of here as well. And I was always involved in fitness, but I did not know about fitness as a career.
Okay.
I did not go to college. Okay, I had no idea that this was something, you could, become a CSCS, or you could get your master's or do whatever. I had no
Right.
idea, right? So I move out here and to Los Angeles, and I'm 19.
Still a dancer? Are you still
No,
dancing?
I wasn't dancing.
You were
I
just
quit
gonna,
dancing
like,
at 17.
commercial actress and just like, let's see where this takes
And actually,
me?
when I moved here, actually what I did was I met with I had a friend of mine who was out here already, Andy Berman at the time, who I went to high school with, and he and I sat down and we did my resume. And I wrote my resume out, and I was sending it at the time. I don't know if you guys know about Samuel French.
Sure.
I remember
Okay,
Samuel
okay.
French bookstores.
Yes, so
Yes.
sad that it's
Oh,
gone.
yeah.
Went to Samuel
I know,
French.
they're gone.
Do you know you remember you could buy the roll of all the agents'
Yes.
addresses?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
The stickers,
The
right?
stickers.
Oh, I used to put them on all the
Yes.
postcards.
So mommy
twice
went.
A year.
I got all the rolls.
Yes.
I came back with my resume. I did all the thing, and then I wrote on the resume at the bottom of it. I said, "If you're gonna fuck with me, please use one of these." And I clipped on a condom.
Are you
I
kidding?
swear on my life.
Okay, you were 11. I'm just
No, I
kidding.
was
How old were you?
19. 19 when I first moved
That's
here.
kind of badass.
It's hilarious.
So I sent it out, and I will tell you, I got responses. I got some that were like, "This was the most offensive thing we've ever gotten." I was like, "Well, you're calling
Fantastic.
me."
Yes.
And then I ended up signing with William Morris.
That's awesome.
Yep.
But
Did
still-
you send them a condom also?
I did. As a matter of fact, I
All
think I
right.
did.
Was it?
Everybody got a condom.
Was it a
Aw,
mega?
Equal.
I don't know.
You're
It's
equal
a big
opportunist.
Are
agency.
they still around? Are they still around?
WME?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even
But
know.
it's
I know
William
that-
Morris Endeavor
Yeah.
now.
They were,
Look, I
WME.
can tell I'm my pulse on the business. I have no idea.
Hence I
Okay.
said WME, yeah.
Oh, WME.
Yeah.
Everything's changed and shit.
Yeah.
But yes, they're still around.
So when I'm here, right, I'm still training, still working out myself, still doing all this, still have no idea that I could do this for a business, right? So I'm at Gold's Gym in Hollywood, and
Only woman there?
men and women at Gold's Gym.
No, I know.
Very
But I
few
mean, was it
women.
mostly like?
No, mostly men.
Yeah.
Really?
Mostly
Yeah.
men. Yeah. Mostly men. Yes.
Most of the time, you're probably the only woman in there.
Yeah, there was
right?
there was someone working out. And there was like 2 trainers that
Yeah.
were like working there, right?
Because back in the day, like not a lot
Nobody
of
was
women
training.
went to Gold's.
and nobody was really training
Right,
that
right,
much.
right,
They were
right.
more
Wasn't a
teaching
thing.
class.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
were like who
Jane
was really
Fonda.
big then? Yeah, Jane Fonda and
Step classes.
there was
Step
another
classes.
Yeah, there was another girl that was really big teacher out here. Anyway, I don't know, but I wasn't teaching class.
Okay.
So I started there by I started dating a guy who was a trainer, and he was like, by the way, I don't know if you know this, but my clients pay me 10 sessions at a time. I was like, what?
That's
Somebody gives you money up front?
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
mind was blown, right? I
advance?
had never.
Shit.
He's like, yeah, I go drive to their house and pick up the check. I'm like, ew, well, that's kind of desperate, but okay.
Wow.
I was like, oh my God, what? So he was my first. I was like, oh, so I'm going to get a client and I'm going to charge them for 10 sessions.
I'm going to get
up front.
a client.
That's a game
'Cause that's
changer.
all I need.
But that's a game changer.
Well, by the way,
Financially.
I have no idea. Cool
Yeah, I know.
bird over there.
We've got a hawk over there.
Oh, is that
There's a hawk.
Yeah.
That is a hawk.
Yeah.
How cool.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, you guys. We're in the middle.
They
oh my God,
they
that is-
they come and visit.
They come.
Oh my God, I
Yes.
love him.
Yeah.
So, okay, sorry, I totally lost my train of thought. What was
Hawk
I?
is
What was I?
amazing.
What was I just saying? Oh my
Hawk is
God.
here for you.
You decided you were going to get one client.
So here's how I
10
get clients.
sessions at once.
So you guys, here's how I get clients. Call about scrappy. I was like, okay, I need some clients, but I'm only training women because I don't know what the hell I'm doing,
Right.
really, other than training me. So I just wore half shirts.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And I just wore half shirts and had my abs show. And then women would come up and be like, oh my God, how'd you get your abs
Yeah.
like that? And I was like, oh my God, you want me to show you? Like, I did not know what I
Yeah.
was doing. But I started.
But that'll be $100 an hour.
I started, and there was a guy
Upfront.
at the gym who told me, he said, I'll never forget this. He said, he was like the big celebrity trainer there. He's like, I charge $90 an hour. I almost
Holy
fell
shit.
on the floor. This is when I was 19,
That's
which
hilarious.
is back in 1700s, right? And
That
I
was
was,
like 5 years ago, but go ahead.
I was like, excuse me, you charge $90 an hour? And he was like, yeah. So I had no idea this existed, right? But I went about it like the prison way, meaning like I was on the yard training people
I'm using that.
non-stop for decades, like with
Wow.
blinders on, working 12 hours a day with clients. Like I am the hardest worker. You will no one could outwork me, okay, right?
Well,
Back then.
because you're the Energizer Bunny too.
I-
You never
And you're
give up.
determined, and you shift and pivot. When
you don't know
need
any
to.
different, right?
Yeah.
You don't know when you're like, I don't know.
Wolf at the door, man.
Yeah,
You're
I'm
going.
like, I don't
I
know. I'm
love
just
that.
keep working.
So you're
Love that.
learning how to train people. You're one of the few female trainers. So you're actually able to train other females in a way that these male trainers can't do because they don't understand the metabolism, the body in the same way you do.
Well, it's also intimidating
Correct.
to
Yeah.
women.
Yeah, I mean, I would
Yeah,
say, to be
yeah.
very honest, I did not know what the fuck I was doing with strength training until I would say I was in my 40s. Okay, let's be honest.
What
I
was
mean,
the shift? What did you discover?
well, this is actually the truth. Every guy I've ever dated, I have learned, taken away something very important about strength training or training. And so it
Never
just-
dated anybody that didn't work out, did you?
No. No.
Nope.
I could
mean,
never,
where are you going to meet him?
By the way, I could never ever date anybody who didn't work out. My boyfriend, who I've been with now, who's amazing, with 15 years, he's a second degree black belt in jiu-jitsu. That's how we met. But I could never. I just couldn't even. I couldn't
right.
relate to you if you
Yeah.
don't. If you, I just
No.
couldn't. Not a
No.
judgment. I just couldn't.
No,
Right.
You know.
it's a connection.
Yeah.
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 So I didn't know what I don't know. I'll tell you this. Everything I've done and gone about in this business has just been from a place of being authentic, and I just like what I do. I don't want to be, I think part of the longevity in this business, let me back up for a second. So in this business, I would say in Los Angeles, it's not like there's a place where you go to and you're like, hi, I'd like to train celebrities. Here is my resume. It's not, it's all word of mouth, and it's also your reputation. And
the half shirt.
And a half shirt in the beginning, right? But a big part of it when you're in working with celebrities. So how do you attract that, right? How are you working with? It's generally like you're in a gym. So I was working in gyms where in Los Angeles, people come in and all different people, right? Agents, managers, famous people, not So there's a big word of mouth part of it, right? So who was the very first celebrity I think I ever trained was Rosie Perez.
No way.
Oh, wow.
She was just visiting at a gym, and I trained her at this gym on La Cienega back in the day. And so, but she wasn't like my ongoing client. Like I trained her like a couple times, but I've never wanted to be the celebrity. So the reason also why I think I have longevity is because I'm not some weirdo that's like plotting to take your, when there's this weird envy and trainers who get it twisted where they think it's their plane, it's their life.
Or they don't really want to be trainers. They just want to be in the spotlight.
Right.
Yeah.
Famous people.
So I have news for everybody. Everyone in the room can smell that. So
Absolutely.
You will never, ever last. Yes, never last.
Everyone knows starfuckers.
Yeah.
Come on.
And just people who are bowled over by...
you can just, you
know
can
what I mean?
smell it
Yeah.
for sure.
Where you're like,
for
can
sure.
you self-control? Can you have any self-regulation right now of, like, not be such a weirdo?
So, favorite celebrity clients?
Well,
I know it's
Lena
hard.
Headey. So I trained Lena Headey, who was Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Jesus.
Good
I-
job.
Game of
Finger on the
Thrones.
pulse.
God, Tina.
Finger on the
Yeah.
pulse.
She
Yep.
gave
I've
me
never
so
heard
much
of the
shit
show.
about
I
that.
have no
No,
idea what you're
yeah.
talking about.
She's amazing. I still train Lena now. And Lena is probably one of the...
She looks amazing,
She's
too,
just an
by the way.
incredible human. Brandon Boyd, who is the lead singer of Incubus, I would say it's also just an unbelievable human being.
Oh,
I
I
mean,
love to
I mean,
hear
with-
that.
Yes.
He was just an absolute pleasure. He was just an absolute pleasure. I mean, I have to be honest, I've had a lot of wonderful people that I've worked with. I mean,
That's
the biggest assholes I've worked with, I can never mention.
Right, of
Because
course
I'll
not.
probably
No.
get
Yeah.
sued.
You can tell us when the
But
mic
they are
goes.
women.
In the book.
I hate to
But
tell
it'll
you,
come up.
they're women. Three of them, three of the biggest are
That's
women.
just
which is
unbelievably
so
disappointing.
Yeah, it is
disappointing.
disappointing.
And the women that are the ones who say, "Oh my God, I'm so pro female." Those are the ones you need to be the most afraid of.
Oh, yeah.
The ones that hate you most.
Yeah, do you think it's just envy?
I have no idea.
I mean,
Mental
that's
problems.
like, I mean-
insecurity.
Insecurity.
Yeah,
Insecurity.
But talking about females,
Yeah.
you created a program
Yes.
completely for females because you saw that need in the marketplace.
Yeah.
And for women that are 40 plus. Can you tell us
Yeah.
how it's different and why you did
here's
it?
what it is.
Yeah.
This is also how we
Yes,
met. But
that's how we met. And it is, let me just say before you even start, you touched a few minutes ago on your authenticity. This program, you guys, not only is it an incredible program and you honestly see a difference and feel stronger within, I want to say it's a 5-week program, within 2-3 weeks, you're already like, oh my God, I'm lifting heavier already. Like you think, like, because I used to do Pure Barre classes and stuff, and it takes some time, right? And that's lovely for what it is, but you're not going to see a difference. Like I saw a difference, and not to say that I mean, because I have zero discipline whatsoever. Like I mean,
but you showed up to all
That's
the
not-
I showed up. I did
Yes.
every single one of them.
Yes.
Even when I was out of town, I
See?
did one on my own because they're they're recorded.
Yes.
And you can watch them
Yes.
after, which is lovely and super convenient. But I also want to say that your authenticity in being a trainer on those,
Right.
even like the recorded ones, it's great. I mean, you are so honest and so authentic and so real and relatable that really makes a difference, because you're not like just listening to somebody that like doesn't take things into consideration.
Right. Well, you said something that I think is most our age, right? Our age of women learned how to exercise during the 80s, okay? And nobody was teaching women really the proper form with like squats. That's what we would talk before we went on the air about, like, you know, I know that squats where you feel your lower back, every single woman who'd learned how to train in the 80s, right? Me too, I had the same thing. Planks, all these things that they we didn't learn the right form, right? So, and also, a lot of women our age are very Pilates, bar-based, and part of that I feel is because there was no education, right? So those classes are great, right, for muscle endurance and stuff like that, even core work. But
flexibility,
but when we get into our age, right, you have to train with a hormone release, okay? And this is something that has to be taught so you feel safe. And also, as somebody who's been injured with this program, that's why I was like, I just want to help all women. First of all, you're not an asshole because you don't know how to do it. And this is the thing with social media, that this is also what made me do this, was the teasing of middle-aged women, like these videos of women doing like bungee classes and stuff, and then they would say, oh, middle-aged women will do anything but lift weights.
Oh,
and
my
I'm
God.
like, oh yeah, this is like a big thing on social media. And so I'm like, you know what, assholes, first of all, how do you know what they're doing other than this might be something else they're doing for fun? But how about teaching somebody then instead of making fun of people, right? Then how about showing how you can teach someone? Well, that's my wheelhouse. Do you know what I mean? Whether you're already experienced or you are athletic, you've done bar, you've done stuff like this, I can take you to the next level of what you need to learn. Or we were talking about you like to do more cardio-based stuff. It still tells me that you have an athletic mindset. You just need to have the right coaching. And so I am an amazing coach with you understanding how to move with your form. That is like my crown on my head.
I
it's
attest
my
to that.
form
Absolutely.
teaching. And that's just because of my own background with dance and doing all that stuff. So, you know, teaching somebody how to squat the right, when we met before, we went over a squat whole thing, and it was.
You showed me the right way to do a squat. I've been doing them wrong my entire life.
Everybody else.
I now do the squats.
Anyone who hasn't met Ashley.
I can do more of them.
Yes.
My butt feels tighter.
Yes.
Literally, hours later, I'm like, oh, I feel that in my butt, and my knees don't hurt.
Oh my God, exactly.
And all you gave me was a simple fix.
Yes.
And the big thing also with your program is the hormonal changes and the inflammation and the mindset.
So here's the thing. So let me just really quickly, I am not a scientist, so I'm just going to tell you in my terminology, but okay, so what does it mean to have a hormone release when you're working out? How do you know? People say, well, how do I know if I'm having a hormone release? Okay, so if I were to say, all right, you're going to stand up, you guys, you're going to do 5 squats, five, holding a dumbbell, okay? If you were holding a 10-pound dumbbell and you did 5 squats, you'd be like, smoking a cigarette afterwards, like, are we warmed up, right? Now, if I gave you, I don't know, a 30-pound, 40-pound dumbbell, something.
That would do it for me.
So you see how you went
for me?
like that? That is a holy shit, I have to pay attention weight, right?
Yeah.
That changes the game for, first of all, the 5 moves you're about to do. You're going to be like, oh my God, oh shit, this is heavy. You're like, all right, get my feet in place, my mid-foot, my core is tight. I'm going to brace, squat up. I got to brace again. So we do 5 of those, right? And then you put them down, you're like, oh my God, hold on. Oh my God, that's where you're going to get a hormone release. When it's lower reps, challenging weight, where you're breathless after that lower rep workout, or lower rep set that you just did, right? Where you're working in sets around, 4, 6, 8, maybe 10. So body weight push-ups, right? You're going to be breathless doing push-ups in general, right? As opposed to a tricep kickback.
Right.
So like bicep curls aren't going to make you breathless. Tricep, small muscle group stuff is not going to make you breathless. This is why Pilates, bar, women who are like, I had a gal who was, I think she was in our group with us, but she had actually emailed me. She's like, Ashley, I'm going to be honest, I've done over 1,000 bar classes.
Oh yes, I read this in one of your emails.
And she said nothing has changed. She said, I did 3 weeks of mom, and I can't believe how my body's changed. And she went from using a 5-pound dumbbell to a 35-pound dumbbell. Okay.
And then it's the hormone release with the heavier weight.
And then that's what attacks your core belly fat. That is what attacks and builds muscle, but attacks that core belly fat. This is why, like when I did Revenge Body, when I do these shows where they're like big makeover shows, and we have 16 weeks to lose a lot of weight. First of all, I don't starve you. I mean, please, come on. You're going to gain it all back. Everything we do is heavy strength training because I'm attacking their core belly fat. My gal who did it, she lost 55 pounds in 16 weeks.
Wow.
And of body fat.
In a
Not-
healthy
she looked
way.
strong.
Amazing.
She probably looked
Yeah.
toned.
She was
and
back
looked-
squatting 220 pounds.
Wow.
Well, let me
and
ask
it's
you.
also like at a time when, at our age, you're losing like
Yes.
estrogen. You're
That's
losing
what I was going
these
to ask
things.
Right.
about.
You're replacing it in a natural way.
Yes, I mean, you definitely are kicking it in. Now, I was running the streets for a while with no estrogen in my body. Like, I had no idea.
Zero?
Zero.
God.
Not only like a little, like zero. And when I had all my blood work done,
How were you functioning?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Well, I'll tell you
think
honestly.
the Energizer
you were
Bunny
falling
thing.
apart,
It
probably.
felt like my
right?
body was consuming itself. And that's
Yeah.
the only way I can say that. And what did I do about
Wow.
it? Just worked. At the time, I wasn't even
Ignored it.
thinking.
Ignored it.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Most
Power
women
through.
do. Most
you're not
women just
thinking
power
I should have a
through.
blood panel,
Right.
or is it my hormones? I didn't even think about my hormones at the
Right,
time, right? But my body was cannibalizing itself. It was like
babe.
I felt like I couldn't gain weight,
No.
with opposite way. You know, my body. I
exhausted?
looked like a shrunken apple.
Oh.
I don't know if I was exhausted. I don't know because I was so used to working that
Yeah,
I wasn't
yeah.
aware.
Yeah.
But when I finally found this incredible doctor, Dr. Felice Gersh, who is a speaker
She's
for a lot
brilliant.
of our
Yeah.
Muscles Over
Yeah,
Menopause
yeah, yeah.
thing, she was like, I need to do a huge blood panel on you. She did a huge blood panel, everything.
so
She's
glad.
like, P.S. You have zero estrogen. You are almost a diabetic. I was a
God.
pre-diabetic. My LDL was through the roof, and my thyroid was absolutely whacked.
Ashley.
And I wasn't eating anything different. It's because I had no estrogen.
Estrogen.
Yeah.
So she
That's
said the
gonna
one
do
thing
it.
you were doing that was helpful, that the only hormone you have is some testosterone from my lifting
From
and doing that.
lifting.
But lifting also helps to release estrogen as well, which is
Yeah.
also helps with making your muscles fuller and,
Yep.
and your body harder.
Brain fog.
Yeah,
All of it.
all of it. If you have no progesterone, that's why you can't sleep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Your
Yeah.
hot sweats at night is your brain actually inflamed. So
Is it really?
yes, which is this
Wow.
inflammation through your whole body.
whole-
You know what I
right.
mean?
Yeah.
So I had no idea. So that's why with this, when I changed the way I was working out, and I was like, wait a minute, I can work out not as crazy, and I'm building a six-pack. Like, I did not know what was going on
Let me
with my
ask you
body.
this question
Yes,
that has
ma'am.
to do with that exact thing.
Yeah.
Because the thing that really convinced me to do this program to start with was you sent along a couple of studies
Mm-hmm.
that we're talking about, because back in the day we were all told, lift lightweight, lots of reps, and that will keep you lean and also
Mm-hmm.
make you strong. Once a woman, and you can correct me because I don't remember it
Yeah.
word for word, once a woman gets through to perimenopause and beyond,
Mm-hmm.
your reaction to lifting, your physical reaction to it changes,
Mm-hmm.
right? You have to lift the heavier weights. The light weights, lots of reps, don't work anymore.
Well, yeah. Here's what's
Right?
going to happen. You're going to struggle for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the truth. And
You're
you're going to
not
have
gonna get
major.
any stronger.
You're going to have a lot of internal problems as well. When you don't have any muscle on your body, muscle also just helps to regulate, you not becoming a diabetic as well. I mean, people think muscle is when. Oh, okay. Here's the thing. At this age, for us, you need to throw "I don't want to get bulky" out the window.
Right,
Okay.
right.
Because I think that's the
Right.
fear.
Let me
Women
tell you
are like,
something.
I don't want to look like a bodybuilder.
Well, hello.
yeah, I don't want
But
to
I
lift
wanna
heavy.
be
I want to
really
be
toned.
lean. And
Guess
Yes.
what? Guess what? Give me a freaking call. Okay, I'm going to tell you right now. I don't want to get bulky is code for I don't want to work hard. I'm just going to tell you that now. Okay, that is the code for
yeah.
I don't want to work hard. And I have never. So I've been training for over 30 years. I have never had this happen where the phone rings and I'm like, "Hello," and they're like, "Ashley," and I'm like, "Yes, hi." I'm way too bulky and muscular. No, I'm way too muscular. Ashley, I'm too muscular. I look down this abs with these
Don't
and my
like these
muscles
lines.
and my arms and my legs are muscular and I'm lean and I'm burning. I'm just burning body fat all day long when I'm not trying. I can eat whatever I want. I can't stand
awful.
it.
is hell.
This is the worst. I need to go back to
What
being
did you
skinny
do to
fat.
me, Ashley?
I need to go
This
back
is-
to being so.
This is not what people
Skinny
warned
fat.
me
There's
about.
So many
Skinny fat.
I'm skinny fat. There's
No,
a
you're
lot-
not
yes, I
skinny
am.
fat.
I
Skinny
actually
fat.
am. Yeah.
Skinny fat's a dangerous place to be.
Yeah,
you
it
know,
is. It
and
actually is.
as we're midlife, here's what's going to happen. So when you don't do any weight training, right? What starts to happen is you start getting what I was experiencing is shrunken apple face, right? Where you start
Right.
feeling like, am I a baked shrunken apple?
So you're saying like lightweight, lots of reps?
That's what I'm going to look in the mirror and say to myself.
You
now.
don't have shrunken
What?
apple face.
I
I
will.
did.
Oh, no way you did. I'm sure
before
you
I started all my estrogen, I looked like my grandma had just taken me out of the oven. She used to make
Aw.
shrunken
Oh,
apples all the time. I mean, baked apples.
Big.
That was my face.
So you're
And
saying
it was my
lightweight,
face.
lots of reps is the equivalent of doing nothing.
Yeah. Well-
It's not going to benefit you at all?
Well, it's muscle endurance, right? So I'm
Okay.
not. I'll be very honest.
Okay.
I don't know very many situations in life where you're like, hold on a second. Hold on. 40, 41, 42. Hold on, you guys. 3, 50, 60, 70. Like there's no, other than like, how about picking something up heavy, putting something away, functional training, right?
Exactly.
So,
it's not going to help you in life.
So
is what
I'm
you're saying.
not mad at, I want to say this again because I'm not that girl that's like, you shouldn't do Pilates. I'm just
No, it's
saying.
great for
I'm
what
just
it is.
saying. You cannot just do Pilates
Right.
and expect to not have a lot of issues that
Other
start coming
issues.
up because
Yeah.
Right.
you
Yeah.
need to put on more muscle. Now, when somebody's like,
combo is
look at
great.
me. Now, there's
Yeah.
a lot of Pilates instructors that are like, look at this body, bitch. I am so lean and blah, blah, blah. And I'm
Are
like,
they
yeah.
like 30?
Maybe, but
Yeah.
also, here's the thing. It's not, it's not the way you look. It's not what
Yeah.
I'm looking at.
How strong
it's
are
great.
you?
Congratulations.
Right.
This is great. That's not what I'm looking
Yeah.
at.
Congratulations
What's going
on those genes.
Inside. Yeah.
There
Or
you go.
yes.
There you go.
Yeah.
But it's what's going on inside, right? So you might have looked at me before and been like, oh, she's a pinnacle of health. Meanwhile, I was half dead. I mean, like literally, I was
Yeah.
dying inside. Do you
Yeah.
know what I mean? But I
Yeah.
was very lean. But you don't want to be the leanest shrunken apple as we
No.
get older because it's
Yeah.
not cute.
It's also
Well,
not attractive.
No, and it's
No.
not going to
Feel
support
good.
your skeleton.
You are
No, exactly.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's fucked
I
up.
just
You're
want
not
to be
going to
strong.
age healthy.
No,
Right.
you're not going
I'm
to age
telling you,
healthy,
I mean-
and that's what you're doing. In
Yeah.
addition to making people look great, they're going to help them age
better.
better.
Yeah.
You will.
While looking great. I mean, it's
And you
like
get
the
to a
perfect
certain
combo.
age and you do want that
Right.
strength. You get to a certain age and you're like, okay, yeah, I can starve myself and I can be thin, but I'm
Right.
like, my skin is hanging on my
I'm
bones
going to
and
tell
I
you,
want to
when
get strong.
I have trained thousands of people, and when you get to the age where you start having, you have your first injury and you're a weak bitch, you are
Yeah.
effed. I'm sorry to be
You're effed.
say,
Yeah.
you
You're
are
done. You're
no,
done
no.
for the count.
That
Yeah.
is going to be the beginning of the end of a cycle of you trying to get your body to function. Like
So
you need
what
to
if
think
someone
in terms
has
of like
had an
protection.
injury though?
I
mean,
had a
it's-
massive injury.
Yeah.
Right,
That's
so they can still do what you're talking about and get strong
Of course.
post that.
Of course.
Right.
So
Like-
here's the thing, right? How do you know? So how do you know when you should train if you're injured? Okay.
Right.
So if you're injured where you're like,
Yeah.
No. If
You
you're
rest it.
sharpshooting
Yeah.
pain
Yeah.
and you are sharp stuff happening, you need to talk to a doctor. If you've had an injury, like I had an L4, L5 injury, from squatting the wrong way and then putting weight on my back. This
Yeah.
is why I'm so passionate about teaching Muscles Over Menopause. It effed me up for so many years, my back injury. And so that's
Yeah.
why I'm all about having a bulletproof core.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because,
Yep.
It's
by the way,
everything.
yeah,
It's everything.
great. You look great. You have a flat stomach. But I'm going to tell you right now,
supports
your core being strong is your vitality of your entire life. And if you
is.
do not have a strong core, forget what it looks like in a bathing suit. It is the vitality of your entire body.
it is.
Yeah.
So the secondary thing is, here's the thing. If you lift heavy and you have the hormone release, you'll wake up every day and be like, what is going on with
Because
my
you're not
abs?
doing crunches.
And you're not trying
No.
to do
Right,
crunches,
right,
but all of a
right.
sudden your
Everything's
core is
tighter.
changing.
Yep.
And you're like, what is going on here? And that's what had happened to me in my 40s when I first started training. I woke up one day and I was like, oh my God, I have like a six pack. I never even tried to. I mean, I used to be like,
Overnight. How did this
like,
happen?
yeah, I mean, I used to be doing 50,000 million crunches when I was in my
afterburn
20s.
is so much more when you're lifting heavier. You don't get bulky, you burn more later on, and you overall get stronger as a whole. And it feels
Do you know this from
fantastic.
experience?
Well, I started because of you.
Yeah.
I need to get onto your program. I started.
I
lifting
don't think I saw your name signed up.
I
for the
did.
book. Are you
Did
serious?
you?
So did Libby.
Wait. Are
Yeah,
you serious?
they both
Oh my God,
did.
Look at me.
I
I
thought
was
we did.
shut up.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't-
Zip it,
I
Ashley.
put my name
They're
on it.
signed up. So is my
God.
friend
I'm
in
gonna cry.
Colorado.
Oh my God, I'm
did
gonna cry.
something wrong.
No,
I might have
how about
done
I didn't
something
see?
wrong.
How about I don't know? There's a lot of people signed up. I didn't check every
But
single
I-
name.
but-
Oh my God, I'm
okay.
so excited.
You didn't read all
But
78
let me just
names?
say this, because I know we have so much we want to hear from
my God,
you.
love
on
it.
our-
Yes.
So, what size weight? I'm in menopause. I'm 50 years old. I'm very
can't even believe you're
fatigued all
50.
the time. I am.
I can't believe it.
Botox is my
know,
friend.
right? Yeah. Why
I'm,
not?
I'm 50 and I'm in menopause and I am tired all the time.
Hmm.
So what do you say to a woman who's like, I want to lift heavy?
Well, first thing I would say,
How do
if
you
I
plow through
hear,
the fatigue?
my first thing is we need to go to the doctor
Yep.
and we need
Okay.
to look at your hormones because, and we need to have a blood work done to see,
So
are you
you're
low B
informed.
vitamin? Are
Get
you low
informed.
iron?
Probably.
Are
Get
you
informed and then work out.
Well, no, you could do both at the
Yeah.
same time. So here's the thing. We all don't need, so this is words of encouragement. You don't need to wait for everything to be perfect to start something, right?
Okay.
We can just, you can
Big
always,
believer.
like my
Yeah.
mentor
Believer in
says,
that. That's
start
great.
sloppy. She always
Yeah.
says,
Yep.
start, Jill,
Yep.
Jill Coleman always says, start sloppy, right?
Yep.
With anything.
Yep.
So there's something going on. If you're feeling this low-key exhaustion
Yeah.
constantly, there is something going on.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. That's the weird shit I was feeling where I was like, oh, and then I would just ignore it, plow through it. We don't want to
Yeah.
plow through it,
No.
No.
Okay.
right?
Because that could have long-term effects,
When,
man.
so when
Yeah.
I feel healthy, what weight should women start with if they're starting to heavy lift? Are you saying 30 pounds?
So if
Like,
you're doing
depending-
if you're doing the program, right, if you need to have at least four, I'd say 4 levels of weights, right, which is light, which is like 5 to 10, medium like 15 to 30, heavy 30 to 45, and holy shit, that's heavy 50 to 70.
Oh my
maybe
God.
maybe one dumbbell, one holy shit dumbbell. Now the other thing is women are like, I cannot bench press a 50-pound dumbbell, and I'm like, who the hell said that's what you're doing with this dumbbell?
Yeah.
Okay. You don't know what we're doing with it. You're going to put it on your pelvis. You're going to do some hip raises. You're going to do frog hip raises. You're going to do a lot of other things
that
that
make
you've
my
never
butt
done before.
higher? 'Cause
Yes,
that's
it
all I
will.
care about.
Yeah,
Yes,
right?
it will.
Totally.
So I also love when people are like, "Can you tell me the layout of the program?" I'm like, "No, I'm not." You know why? Because what do you know? No,
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you
So
the
you can
layout of the
question it?
program. You can, when you'll get the layout of the program.
That's so supportive of you.
Week 1 when I send it out and I go over it because what?
Well,
right.
I can't wait. I
Yeah.
cannot wait.
Yeah.
I cannot
Right?
wait.
No.
So wait, the program is called Mom?
Well, it's Muscles Over Menopause,
Muscles Over Menopause.
which
MOM.
is mom, right?
Mom.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
I don't think people get this because somebody said to me, "I'm not a mom, so can I do the program?" I go, "Well, neither am I, honey."
Yeah.
And it's
Muscles
Muscles
Over
Over
Menopause.
Menopause.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
yes.
fucking
It's an
love
anagram.
that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
It's
exactly.
so fantastic.
Thank you. Trademark.
It really is.
I love it. I love it.
Okay.
Yep.
But yes, so this round of Muscles Over Menopause, right, is the summer. And during the summer, I don't know about you, but most people are like, I don't want to show up to live anything. Like, I don't want to be worse. I have my kids.
hard.
We're traveling. We have a schedule.
I'm hungover.
Yes. I'm hungover. So I decided, let's do this where you can fit it into your schedule, but I'm still live leading you through everything if you want. So the difference is before we would show up to the live class,
Yep.
right? Now I pre-record and do the entire workout like you're with me.
Yeah.
And that's embedded in your PDF
And you
as
can
well.
watch it anytime.
So you have 2 options, yeah. So now instead you get the PDF at the top that says you want to follow the whole workout, click this. You want to do it at your own pace, you can just do the how-to videos that are embedded in there
Right,
too. So you have
right.
2 different ways that you can approach the workouts if you
Wow.
want me to self-pace
great.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we're doing live
And your
pop-ups.
emails, by the way, that you send out, Ashley sends out these emails, and it is so user friendly.
Oh, thank
it's
you.
like here,
Yes.
here,
Yes,
here.
it is
Yes.
user-friendly.
It is.
Very.
It is brief.
Oh, that's good feedback.
It is
Yes.
funny.
Yeah.
And if
it
you're
is
busy,
super
you
user
can
friendly.
Oh,
just-
good.
It's-
Yep.
Because I
Yeah.
am, so the advantage to having worked with women for so many decades is that I know exactly what doesn't work and what does work. And if nobody reads anything, okay, let's just say, I think we all
They
know
don't.
this.
Yeah.
Nobody
They don't.
reads
Yeah.
anything.
Yep.
Nothing.
TLDR.
What's that?
TLDR.
Too long to
Too long.
read?
Didn't read.
Oh, I didn't know that's what that meant.
Yeah. TLDR.
Oh, too long didn't
Can I
read.
text
read.
my children that?
Oh my god, that's so great.
Sometimes I will give my kid a card, like for his birthday, and he'll go TLDR.
You're
Oh my God.
that's hysterical.
God.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
hysterical.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
I did not know that's what that meant.
Yep.
Oh my god, that's so good.
Wow. I
But
love
you know, like
that.
apps. I used to have an app, right?
Yeah.
No.
Really?
Nope.
Really?
Just wasn't working
No
for clients.
way.
Why not?
Not our age of women.
Really?
Nope.
Interesting.
They
Oh,
were
that's
like,
funny.
I just
they
wanted-
were like,
Yeah.
just to have to explain the app in
Oh
itself.
my God,
right?
stop
And-
it.
Oh, I'm 100%. Like to have to break it down, and
We're
also
not that
here's-
old, but I
Right.
know what you mean.
But
I
it's
know
not,
what you
it's
mean.
kind of like
Yeah.
our
I
era,
do.
right? And here's
Yes.
the other thing.
It's less
Apps
personal,
make
too.
you feel so lonely for
Yes,
whatever
it's
reason.
less personal.
There is something lonely about an app.
Because
and
it's not
I-
a personal email they're receiving.
I don't know. I'm not inspired by an app, and I actually want to delete it off my fucking phone. You know,
Yeah,
so I'm
yeah.
not.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
Simplify.
not motivated to open up my phone and say, "What's my work?" I'm just not. So, I have the way that I do this is just a different way where you still have all the access to everything and
Yeah.
it's organized. You know
Yeah.
what's going on, but you don't have to necessarily be in an app. Who knows? This might change.
You know the
over
exact
time,
places you can
when I
go
could develop
and-
my
yeah.
own if that
Yeah.
was the case. But
You
most our
Yeah.
age women.
Yeah.
Maybe some do use apps, but most of them like it this way.
Yeah.
That's just what I
It's
think.
I prefer
really
that too.
fantastic,
I have
yeah.
one question.
Thank
Can
you.
I
Go
ask
ahead,
it?
please.
I love
Because
it.
I know Libya, so we have so many questions
Yeah.
to ask you. So for the women that can't necessarily hop in a class or do anything because they're literally working 50-hour work weeks, right? Is there, like, you have a 10-minute break at work, a 5-minute break, is there something, should they bring a heavy dumbbell to work and just do a couple squats throughout the day? Is
it for
those-
energy?
all of it. Energy, strength, to
Well,
look
first and
good while you're
foremost-
working a 50-hour work week. Because there are those women out there that are like, I would love to get a nugget here that I can use.
Okay, well, first and foremost,
in my everyday life.
this is what I feel about those kind of workouts. Please. No one's bringing a fucking dumbbell to work. And
No.
I mean, I know what you're
But
saying.
is there something they can
By
do?
the
Like
way,
10
people
minute
say
foot
all
break?
the time,
What can I do to feel
can I
good?
just take my chair and hold it above my head
Yeah.
and do
Yeah.
reverse lunges?
Yeah.
Okay.
Get 2 cans of Campbell's soup
Yeah,
from
exactly.
the kitchen.
Here's
Oh
what
my
you're doing.
God.
Here's what you're doing. Here's what we're doing. We are going to look at your schedule, okay? And we are going to figure out what the hell's going on here, right? So, like, I am very much into backing things up, okay? I don't want to jam more things of chaos into your life. Like, you're like, I'm working 50 hours a week. I'm bringing dumbbells to work. I have no
Right.
time for anything. My
Yeah.
cortisol is up to here because I'm so stressed out. So
Yeah.
to me, I'd be like, all right, we need to back up your schedule and we need to see what is going on, right? So when people say,
Quit your job.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What's the best time to work out? When you fucking can. How about that?
Yeah.
There is no, it's not like, oh, my cortisol is going to be too high at this time. I have to
No,
wait.
no.
Just work
No.
out.
Just do it.
So even if you're
Start
doing.
sloppy, like you
yes,
said. I
even
love
if
that
you're
saying.
doing 15 minutes, okay,
That's it,
in
right
the
there.
morning before you go to
Yeah.
work, you wake up 15 minutes earlier of your schedule. I get it. You have kids. You need to start organizing our time. I would go back and I would look at my schedule and be like, all right, I'm done with this chaos. I am working. Congratulations, which is
Yep,
great.
yep.
But we need to figure out when can we fit some time in for you. Even so, you say 15 minutes. Is that going to do anything? Well, what are you doing in 15 minutes? If you were doing 15 minutes and you were doing a circuit of the following. You were holding a heavy dumbbell, 30-pound dumbbell. You're doing 10 squats. You are doing 10 push-ups elevated. You are doing, alternating dumbbell rows heavy for 10, and then you're holding
Maybe
elbow
a
plank
plank.
for 1 minute.
Yeah.
Right.
And you repeat that for 15 minutes.
Wow.
You are going to have
Yeah.
hormone release.
Launch.
You are going to
You'll be sore.
That is
Yeah.
yes.
You feel better
That's
throughout
great.
the whole day. and better about
Versus-
yourself.
yes.
You'll look better too.
But-
you
Yeah.
start looking really great.
But versus, what if I just do 15 minutes of cardio on a bike?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that going to do anything for me? I mean, yes, for your heart,
never changed my body.
but it won't.
Me either.
It won't give you a
Yeah.
physique change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
It never
cardio
changed
will
my
not
body.
give you a physique
strengthen your
change.
heart.
I want to say that again. Cardio will not give you a physique
Right.
change. If you want to change your physique, meaning like if you want to build shoulders, have a back, you have to lift heavy.
Is that your biggest question? Like when clients come to you, like, is that going to burn the same amount of calories as my?
No, we don't talk about calories when you train with me. Like we don't discuss
Off the
calories.
table.
Well,
Because you'll
what do you-
naturally
'Cause it's
burn
about
more
getting
later.
strong.
I'm like, that is not. First of all, you can't even move right. Okay, so let's first go over the weight of where your weight is in your feet. Okay, before you start worrying about, am I burning enough calories in this workout? You know
I
what I
think
mean?
that's an unhealthy way to look at workouts, to be honest with you, is burning how many calories you can burn.
Yes,
In my opinion, I know that's one of the main things people look at in a workout, but
well, we talked about this
Yeah.
post-calorie burn, right? Your epoch effect
Yeah.
burn, right?
Yeah.
So the workouts that you want to do are workouts that give you this epoch effect, which is
Where you continue.
I don't know what the acronym stands. I can't give you the acronym what it stands for right now, but the epoch effect is when you are doing a workout where, like we just said, this 15-minute workout,
Right.
that gal
Yeah.
would have 36 more hours of post-calorie burn with that type of workout versus if she did 15 minutes on a bike.
because then
It
it's
would be
done
over.
after.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she would
'cause then
be
it's over.
over.
That's it.
If she did a challenging 15-minute circuit like that where she is breathing heavy and having to take a rest. The other thing, women our age don't freaking rest in workouts. You guys, listen to me.
Oh, I do.
But no, we do.
most women do not.
We rest, but listen, our age people
I
were
might do
taught-
more resting than lifting.
Corey will
Right.
nap, actually.
Be right.
Yeah,
Take a
just
sleeping
give me
bag.
30 seconds for
so
sure.
talk about the resting and how important that
Well,
is.
Yeah.
our age, what did we learn? We were doing aerobics, right?
Yes.
That's
Oh,
what we were
yeah.
doing. We
Yeah.
were
Right. Jumping
we
around.
were
Keep the heart rate
jumping,
up.
moving,
Keep the heart rate
keeping
up.
that
Oh,
heart rate
yeah.
up, damaging your joints, doing
Jazzercise.
whatever for
Oh my
a
God,
hour, right?
you're like 75 all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Jazzercise. Jesus.
Oh my God, I love it.
I do remember that.
Jazzercise, I remember that.
And I grew up in LA with the Jane Fonda workout everywhere.
Right.
So, I mean, are those things wrong? No. Like, could you move and do that? Yes. You're not an asshole for doing that. But what I'm saying is, what is the goal?
Right.
And what are the results you're wanting?
Right. What is the goal?
Yeah.
What are the results you're wanting? And I'm going to tell you now, the results you're wanting at our age are more muscle, more muscle, more muscle, and more muscle.
And your body's going to respond differently to heavy weight than it did when you were younger.
Yeah.
Of course. And you get much more toned.
You will.
Everything will tighten up.
Yes.
Everything will.
And the foam rolling. And so that's my magical combination is foam rolling, using the roll go roller.
And that shit hurts.
Well, that's because you're not foam rolling.
But that's
I know.
good for you, though.
I know. That
Mommy
shit
is not.
hurts.
So if it hurts, and Corey has a light foam roller,
I have
I'm going to
both,
call her out.
but I am using
Didn't
the
you
light
call her
one.
out for like one of those toothpicks?
For lifting
When you were-
Q-tips.
I said you're holding Q-tips. Okay, at the time
Holding
she
Q-tips.
She could have
I
held
was
more.
holding very
She knew
lightweight.
she could
To
have
be
held.
fair,
But I'm not a
because I was
bully.
scared. Because I was scared.
No, I think it's.
It was at the very, very beginning, and I was just like, I don't want to hurt
But
myself.
here's the thing. When I was watching her, because I had been able to watch her move, I was like, no, Corey, you can go up another 5 pounds because her form was great, right?
And you were right.
And she needed to lower her step. So this is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like,
you can
she couldn't
make
go heavy
modifications.
enough because it was too high, and it was she couldn't do it. So I
I
was like,
couldn't
okay.
step up on the bench,
Nope.
so instead I got a lower step
with heavier weight.
Yep.
And it was perfect. That's
Made
what she
a big
needed.
difference.
Yes, that's what she
Huge
needed.
difference.
So yeah.
Do you train a lot of women that, because you train women 40 and above quite a bit, do they come to you feeling stuck, feeling so what's your advice for them when you're dealing with women who I feel stuck, I feel like maybe my time has passed?
Well, you know what's so interesting? I had a client I started with her right after COVID. And we do online training, right? And I said to my boyfriend when I said, I'm going to tell you right now, by the time I'm done with her, she's either going to divorce her husband or, I was like, this woman is so broken.
Yeah.
She was so
super
broken,
good reason to go to Ashley.
right?
And you knew that right away.
Oh,
But you
I
could
knew.
feel the brokenness.
No.
Yeah.
I can't even explain it, and I do not wish that on
But
anybody.
you were empowering her,
but
though.
You're empowering
I
her.
felt this whole dynamic happening when I was like, oh, she's never strength trained before. And when you've never, here's the other thing. When you've never strength trained before, if you've only worked out and you've done bar classes, or I'm just using that as an example, right? So you go to bar class, you're done, you leave, and you go to wherever. You go do your thing.
I go eat an omelet because I've worked out, so I've earned it.
Wow.
Right, okay, so that's what you think, right?
Yeah.
You do a strength class, and you're like, oh my God, I just benched 30s. You guys, I just used 30s. Or you're like, oh my God, there is a sense of pride, accomplishment, and confidence that you get with strength training that seeps into your subconsciousness, that makes you into a more powerful person that no other type of training does for you, unless maybe you're doing I don't know, downhill
Marathons or something.
Or even though you are, it is an accomplishment, but you don't feel like a badass.
Right.
I mean, I don't know. At the end of a marathon, you want to collapse into a heap, and you're broken for about 3 months. You're not seriously.
After what? A marathon.
A marathon.
After a marathon, right?
I'm never going to run one of those, FYI.
Even though you're great that you did one, it's not the same feeling of. So when I did my exit questionnaire for Muscles Over Menopause, the same comment I kept on getting from women was, I feel like a badass. I feel strong. I feel like I know what I'm doing in the gym. I feel like a badass. I feel strong AF. I was like, oh my God. So
this is awesome.
That is a different feeling than any other type of exercise gives you, which is why I was saying that about my client, because she had never strength trained before. And when you start strength training and you're in a bad relationship, this is what happens.
There's a release?
You're in a bad relationship and you start strength training, you start building this self-worth because you start feeling confidence.
Right.
And then things start changing.
I'll
What I'm saying. You will either want to not be in this anymore because you feel strong. So physical strength. Now, yes, are there some people who are still physically strong in abusive relationships? Yes, it's horrible. Sure. I understand that. But I'm just saying, generally for women who don't know what this feels like, it is so life-changing.
It really is
to
empowering.
feel strong.
Wow.
like physically strong, and
Yeah.
then you feel strong.
And then you want to do it more and more
Yes,
and more.
you
It's
do.
like it feeds it into,
Yes, you do.
You start doing it and then you just want to keep doing it
Yeah,
because it feels so good.
Because you're
and
like,
you
oh my
start
God, look what I
looking
just
good.
did. Like
Yes.
you said, oh, this felt different. I feel better doing it. This is why people don't want to work out a lot of times, is because when somebody says to me, I don't work out, I say, what traumatized you?
Really?
Okay. Oh, something traumatized you. When somebody
What if
says,
I just don't like to shower?
that could, what
You're
traumatized you?
disgusting.
That I would be like, let's talk about your shower version. What's happening?
No, I
You
just
don't-
don't like to get
you
wet.
You don't.
No, I hate to shower.
Oh, I sit in the
when I
shower.
work out and
love
sweat, I have to shower.
I take so many showers.
No,
a
it
day.
takes
Showers are the
forever.
best.
Oh, stop it, Jill.
I know people
Well,
who
no,
don't like showers.
I don't do it because
Hate
I'm
'em.
lazy,
I
but
hate 'em.
I still love it when
you
I do
do?
it.
I
No,
love them.
yeah,
Oh,
no.
I love
Yeah, I love
showers.
I mean, I
too.
like feeling clean, but
water's
it's
the
just
best
high
invention.
maintenance. It's so high maintenance.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, just
Do you-
give me
do you
a,
not
like a
getting-
hooker bath
Do you
and
not
I'm
like
good to
getting your
go.
hair done?
No, I love it takes a long time because I have a lot of hair, but I also
Says
just
no midlife woman ever, except for you guys.
well,
all
it's
have.
I have less.
There's a lot of
These
hair.
I have
two.
less
Oh.
hair
A lot
than
of
I
hair.
used to, but I
You
still have a lot of
guys.
hair.
Right
Thank you,
now.
Mom. That has
Yeah.
nothing to do with the cheap shampoo I use.
Yeah.
But I just it's just high maintenance. So it's just I like to go. Like when I'm ready to go, I want to go. I want to get ready
Yeah.
in a hurry and I go. And if I have to take 45 minutes or an hour to get ready, I'm like, oh.
Oh,
I
yeah.
do hate that too.
That
I
takes
hate
a long
that part.
time.
It's
but
annoying, dry the
showers
hair.
reset my brain. That's
Me
why I like.
too.
Oh,
Me too.
Yeah.
So it's like my meditation in the shower, and it resets my brain. So I take them during
Totally
the
get
afternoon,
that.
and yeah.
Yep.
See, that's good. I should do that.
I
too.
do. Like if I'm working at home, I will take it, and I have to do something different. I'll shower to the
Oh.
next.
It is like
smart.
a lunch. Like working out and showering for me are both like, okay,
Yeah.
ready to go.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
resets my brain
Yeah.
somehow in the shower. I don't
Yeah.
know, but I'm not always.
I do
every
get
time
some good
washing my
ideas
hair.
in the shower,
Yes.
so I get
Yes.
it. My brain works
Yeah,
in the shower.
I love a
Yeah,
shower.
yeah.
I'm also
Yeah.
So how long
Yeah.
are your, I should say, classes or like each is it
Each program.
45 minutes
each
to an
program?
hour.
Fantastic.
That's
Yeah,
great.
That's
yeah, and that
fantastic.
includes your foam rolling, your warm up, and your strength class, right? And again,
And you
so
foam roll during the
we
the
foam roll
class
as the warm
too.
up, yeah,
Yes.
in their warm up.
Yes.
And then I'm going to be doing actually this time around. I'm going to be doing Friday foam rolls for some live
nice.
Friday foam rolling classes.
Oh,
for
that's
this one.
great.
Yeah.
Okay,
Interesting.
okay.
Yes,
I
because-
saw there was a live
It's like a
one, but you're here
massage. It's
today.
amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
It hurts at the beginning if
Yeah.
you're really, really tight and you haven't done it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
especially, it depends on
Foam rolling is amazing.
your different
I've
muscles
done
that are
Yeah.
tight. But like for me, it was really, what is this
Well, yeah,
called?
your
Like
IT band was
yes,
very
my
tight.
IT
Yes.
band, super
Yeah.
tight. But once you do it and you like loosen up and stuff, it feels like a massage. It's amazing.
So and the foam rolling with this Rogo roller, what we teach
Yeah.
is just that's the secret sauce. So a lot of women who don't lift and they start lifting, they're like, I feel like a stuffed sausage, and I'm like, yes, that is your. It's kind of like the delayed onset soreness, right? Or
Right.
Feeling like the lactic acid buildup. So this is the perfect combination of that because you never feel like a stuffed sausage with the workouts with it, which is I've been teaching foam rolling forever. I have a foam rolling. I think it's one of the highest viewed foam rolling videos on YouTube. I think
Really?
it's like
Really?
6 million or something. Yeah, it's insane.
Wow.
It's when I did.
Wow.
It's when
Holy
I did
shit,
it.
Ashley.
Yeah, it's when I did
That's cool.
I did a
That is
channel
cool.
called on Livestrong, and so I had a
Wait,
show.
you're Livestrong?
on Livestrong's website. I mean, on
Nice.
their
Yeah,
YouTube
yeah,
channel. Yeah, so I had a
nice.
show
Nice
called.
way.
I had a show on there called Your Perfect Form, Your Perfect Fit. It's on the Livestrong channel. But anyway,
Okay.
the videos that we did during I did my whole rolling out guide. So I also have a free. I mean, if you don't want to do Muscles Over Menopause, you're just like, I don't want to do any of this, right?
Then you're stupid.
Right. But I have a lot of free
Then you're
assets.
stupid.
I have a lot of free assets. So you can go
Yeah,
on my website.
yeah,
You can
yeah.
get the foam rolling guide. You
I
can do
love
any of
that.
that.
I mean, that's all so great. And you work so much with women. What's the one thing that you wish women over 40 would stop apologizing for?
Well, stop apologizing, just period.
Yeah. there
Yeah,
you go.
just
what I mean?
period
Like,
for anything.
How many times do you hear people are like, I hit you and no, you hit me and I say I'm sorry.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
you push me and I'm like, oh, sorry.
Yeah. You're like,
Um,
yeah. all
Sorry,
the
I
time.
didn't mean to be in front of
What
you.
do I wish that they stopped
mean to
apologizing
exist.
for?
You work with so many of them, so you must hear it all the time.
Well, I don't like hearing, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Like, unless you really did something to apologize
right,
for,
right,
you
right.
know?
I agree. I have a friend who calls and I pick up the phone and she goes, "Oh, I'm sorry." And I'm
What?
like, I don't.
See-
What?
What is that?
Do you see what I'm saying?
With you.
What are you,
You can't be
about?
You can't be friends with that person anymore. You can't be friends with them.
I'm kind of not anymore, actually.
yeah,
for-
we're
for
done with
many
that.
other
You pick up
reasons.
the phone and she says, "Oh, I'm sorry."
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
What?
Like 3 I'm sorries. And we all used to talk about this one person. She apologizes for everything because she's broken.
Oh
And
God,
it
I have
makes-
no.
I-
By the way, I
You
have
guys
no,
are so compassionate.
I would.
You're so sweet and compassionate.
I would have to stop immediately and be
It
like,
would
okay,
make
we
me
need to talk
crazy.
about this. Why do you
Yeah.
apologize
Yeah.
I
all the
have
time?
asked her. I asked her.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, I don't know. And I'm like, and then she goes, oh,
I
I'm sorry. I'm
inconvenienced you.
sorry,
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Apologizing for apologizing.
Yeah.
Like, girl, own it. You're awesome. Stop apologizing. Sorry, that was my rant.
That's your TED Talk.
That's my TED Talk. on
Totally.
apologizing.
Yep. That's it.
Well, I just did a post that said remove the LOL from the message
From
the
every
information that you're trying to
text.
tell me.
Oh my
okay,
God,
you want
please.
me? Okay, here's
It's
one
just
thing.
to soften it.
Okay,
Yeah,
you
it
asked me
is.
what can women do?
Yes.
Here's what you can do.
What?
Freaking streamline your goddamn communication in a text, okay? Because I'm gonna tell you this. I tell
100%.
my
Terrible
clients,
with that. Terrible.
I used to tell my clients, I would say to them, I want you to hear me, all right? I'm like, when you need to text me, okay, all I want you to text me that you're not going to make it, you're okay, and we'll reschedule you later, okay? You don't,
need to- yeah.
you do not
need a
need,
whole-
I don't want to decipher, because here's what I would get. I would get an email, hi Ashley, it's Mary. I'm at home waiting in the driveway. I thought my car was here, but my husband took it to pick up my kids. I'm still going to be here walking my dog right now. I'm not sure if he's going to be back on time, so I'm thinking about taking an Uber, but I don't have my purse. Is it possible for me to maybe schedule with you at another time or maybe come in later?
Holy mother
Also, I'm
of
thinking
God.
of leaving my husband. What
I
do you
swear
think?
on my life.
Also, I think my husband's never coming back to me because I
but
won't stop talking.
Yeah, so I would be like, I don't even know what you're. I don't know what you're telling me. So I'd say, do not make me have to decipher the message.
Right.
Okay, so just tell me what it is. We signed a waiver. We know what the rules are.
And
Right?
life
Sure.
happens.
You're
I get
charged.
it. Yeah.
You're charged, or I'm charged if I cancel
Right.
whatever. We have. It's very clear, right?
Yep,
There's no
yep,
ambiguity.
yep.
But communication is key, and this is what I would say. You don't need so the reason why people couch so much story in their communication is because they're uncomfortable being direct.
Yes.
Okay. And I'm gonna
'Cause it
men
sounds
don't do
bitchy.
this.
Yeah.
That's not
Men
bitchy.
don't do it. Women
No,
do
they
it.
don't.
It's
Women
not
do
bitchy,
it.
right? It's not bitchy.
It's
our way
not.
of
I've started
apologizing.
when Stuart asks me, he's like, send this text for me, like if he's driving or something.
Mm-hmm.
I put on the man filter, right? And I text like as him. And
So what's the man filter? Just
well,
direct
inevitably,
information?
yeah, it's
2
direct. It is short.
Yep.
It is. You don't use exclamation points or LOL. It's
Right.
just you fucking get
An
it
emoji.
said.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe an emoji.
Right.
That's it. Like, I mean, you know, and
my
it's so
favorite.
much more effective.
Yes, I would say the communication because nobody, number one, nobody has any time to figure out what you're trying to tell me. Okay, unless we're talking about something you need to give me more stuff in it.
Yeah.
But there's as long as it's respectful, clear communication, there is no problem with that. You know what I mean? No, it's
Yeah.
like me saying I'm late. My client ran late. I'm on my way. I'm leaving now. I'll be there in 15 minutes.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're great at that, and that is your personality, and
But I
that is
used to
part
not
of the
be.
clarity
But
and
I
authenticity.
had a coach, so years ago,
Yeah.
I had a coach who told me, first of all, I mean,
What kind of a coach?
he was like a life coach at the time,
okay.
and back then when I just always was very skeptical anyway. Like I'm like, let me
Yeah.
just see your bank account because how are you my life coach?
Yeah.
But anyway, he said to me, he was
Are
like,
you a rock
"Ashley,"
star? Because otherwise, I'm not
But
listening
he
to
did
you.
say something to me that changed my life. He said, Ashley, you have way too much story, and I was like,
What does
What?
that mean?
I don't know.
Dennis?
See, look at me. I'm so defensive of women.
I
I'm
was
like,
so,
good.
but
You
see,
have a story.
I was like, what? He's like, you have way too much story, and I was like, horrified, right?
Yeah.
But
And because I was
No,
emailing him
I get
something
that.
about, and he's like, you have way too much story, and that changed my whole
Wow.
life.
Wow.
I was furious because he was right. He was right. Some of the best things that have ever been told to me that have made me furious have been the most correct.
Yeah,
like when
of
I was in
course.
treatment and my counselor was like, Ashley, there's nothing, I was like, I need to leave here because you're all jealous of me. I was 18 in treatment.
Ashley!
Yeah, I was insane. She was like, Ashley.
Maybe they were.
As I'm like, like black mascara running down my my
Yeah.
hair's like frazzled, like I've been like
Super
electrocuted.
jealous of you.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I'm like, you're just jealous of me. As I'm like a crazy bulimic. She's like, Ashley, there is not one. She said to me, I'll
Nobody
never
here
forget.
wants to be
She
you.
said, there is not one thing about you that I am jealous of. And I was like,
Wow.
You're mean,
she goes, you
lady.
can leave my office. And I,
Well, that's what you
Wow.
needed.
guess what? Guess who needed it?
You needed
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
So here's the thing. I have a thick head, right? And this is why I really feel like a lot of experiences, even my domestic violence with my ex-husband's a whole nother story, but even with that, I'm not saying that needed to happen, but I got the point a lot quicker than I probably would have not,
Yeah.
right?
If it was softened and couched
Well, I
the
just
story
stayed
in a-
longer, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I like direct information,
Yeah.
and if you don't like direct information, I'm not the one to work with. Because I'm
That's
just
true.
not.
That's true.
I just don't even
I
have
find
it.
it refreshing.
I don't even have it in me.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
before we leave,
Yeah.
could you tell us your websites
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
your
please,
Instagram?
please.
Yes.
Give us your,
So
give
you
us your
can
info.
scare everyone shitless.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
right,
Yeah.
please.
Ashley Borden, AshleyBorden.com.
Borden.
Thank
Yes,
you.
yes.
Yes.
Ashley Borden.
Thank you.
Like
It's
Lizzie.
so fun. I love going on your
Thank
Instagram
you.
and
And my
seeing
Instagram
all,
is Ashley Borden Fitness.
Yeah.
Muscles Over Menopause. When does this come out?
We don't know
As
yet.
soon as
Depends on the
possible.
editor.
we're not
Is
sure.
it going to be before August 4th?
We're hoping.
We're hoping, but if not,
So if not, if
yes.
you guys, if it's not, then absolutely go to my website, pop your name into the list to be put on the information, so you could be in the loop if you ever want to be in the next round again.
because it's an
'Cause
ongoing program.
Yeah. You'll have
Yes, I will be doing
8.0, 9.0.
Yep.
Yeah.
It is,
Great.
she's coming back. She's
Yes.
coming back.
She's
yes.
great.
Coming back.
So great.
Oh, you guys, this
your
is so-
program's great. You're inspirational.
You guys are great.
Absolutely.
Thank you
We're
so
fine.
much for
Come on.
coming.
We're all right.
Fine.
This was
Yeah.
so much fun.
Libby.
Thank
Thanks
you
for being here.
We'll
Thank
see you
you,
next
Ashley
week.
Borden.
See you
Do-Over
next time.
Divas.
Thanks, Ash.
Thank
Don't get an
you.
elevator.
No,
Bye.
don't
All
do
right.
that.
Unless Corey's on.
Yeah. And then I vibed it already.
Yeah.
You got a passion, been on for so long, and everything around you starts to go wrong. Gotta keep your head up, gotta move.